There you are. Yes.
Just want to say thank you
Thank you, sir.
for coming here and talking to us about your son. And I may have missed something, but who the heck is Joe?
Joe is my contact who assures me he's never going away and I get to contact him. He is the A through F person in the parental fee division at DHS. Joe K. If you would like to find Joe, I'd like to find Joe too because I have something to say to him.
Representative Ross.
Mr. Chair, and I'm gonna
I'd love to find Joe.
I'm gonna bite my tongue and not.
It's the first time for everything.
My husband would even love to explain to Joe how upset he is too, as well as my family who has assured me that if I find Joe today, they'd be happy to bail me out.
Well, Mr. Erickson, I just want to say, and I think everyone at this table would agree with me and tell you that the message that's been conveyed by some staff members within the department, no Minnesotan, no mother ever deserves to be treated in such a manner and talked to in such a manner. Those state employees are there to serve you.
Sir, I would like to thank you for that, but they don't. My phone calls go unanswered. I can't get any answers from anybody. I call and I call and I call. I've been here for a year. I'm a college-educated person. I've been an RN for 18 years. I'm not stupid, but my God, it is so hard to get through the system and coordinate care. I can't do it. And I'm persuasive. I'll kick in any door I need to kick in for Bentley, but...
Representative Ross.
Ms. Erickson, I assure you that, and the sad thing is, and I think we see this once in a while, here at the Capitol, is that one activist or one parent raises a concern, and we can, as a committee, we can very directly let folks with the department know that this shall not happen again.
Thank you.
And that you need to be treated better. My challenge is that there's other people in the same range of the alphabet as you.
Yes.
That aren't being treated right.
Yes, sir.
And that's a concern. And so I guess not to drag this out, Mr. Chair, but when the testifiers are done, I'm wondering if there's someone from the department that would have a few moments to come down and answer some questions.
Yes, Representative Zerwas and Ms. Erickson is going to be following up with her representative on this issue. So that would be me. So. Representative Halverson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I'm spending another committee in this room where I can't keep my makeup intact. You mom warriors are really inspirational. I'm sorry you guys have to fight so hard. I know that there's nothing moms don't do for their kids, right? And there's nothing we won't do. And I appreciate and want to echo those words that your kids' lives really matter, right? And you're working hard to make sure your families can stay together, and so we're with you. And thanks to Representative Peterson for carrying this. We are South Metro strong on this issue. We've got mom warriors in the South Metro who do an amazing job telling these stories as well. And so, you know, I think that I want to convey that we really do care. We really do have your back. I also want to remind people that we are budgeting for the next 2 years in the state of Minnesota, and that these priorities absolutely have to be part of the discussion when we talk about tax cuts, when we talk about transportation funding, when we talk about education funding. I feel like HHS has kind of served as an also-ran for far too long, and we've had families waiting for far too long, and it's time for us to keep our promises. So we'll keep we'll keep Bentley, we'll keep all of your children in our hearts and thoughts and prayers, and we'll keep fighting for a target where we don't have to cut in HHS.
Representative Pinto.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to thank you as well. Thank the testifiers as well. I'm a co-author on the bill. I really appreciate Representative Peterson bringing it forward. There's a sentence in the billing on what Representative Halverson just referenced. There's a sentence in the article that was handed out that just jumped out at me. The fees have increased over the years to help balance the state budget. And so I guess I want to make sure we're clear that, that Joe K, that whatever happens with Joe K, and you need to be treated well by and all families do, by state employees and by all of us, and lifting up one another, to recognize that what's been going on with this program is pushing off financial costs on families. And this is a time where we're making decisions. And so if there is for example, a target that our committee gets that involves a cut in some way, or involves staying steady, that means that the funding for this would come out of some other funding there. And that's a choice that gets made as far as how those targets get set versus, for example, what are we going to do for people who are we emphasizing certain kinds of tax cuts? Are we going to be emphasizing supporting families in this way, and how we balance that out? So I want to thank the families who are here and just recognize those are the sorts of choices that we're